Google.
Hi Hari, hi all. Jeeva from Chennai.
Hey Jiva, good evening.
Yeah. Jnanam was talking about you some time back, but just happy to be part of the session.
Oh, okay. Very nice.
Glad to see you.
Jana from HCL, right?
Yes, yes.
Oh, okay.
So, Harihara, shall we?
Yeah, please.
Yeah, okay. So thank you so much, everyone, for joining in this session, and thanks a lot, Hari. This is your second session. Taking out time from your busy schedule, especially on a Saturday evening, all of you giving your family time away and then coming here. And it's become a habit now. So every Saturday, it's almost more than a year. Consistently we are meeting, leaving like New Year and something like that. So that is where only we stopped. Otherwise, it's really going well. So yeah, thank you so much, Hari, once again. And I would invite you to start your topic. Thank you so much, guys. And if some of your friends are missing this, please give them the YouTube channel link. Ask them to subscribe so that they can get the access to all the material that is actually there on all the sessions. So with that, I would like to welcome.
Vijay, are you still? You are in mute.
Yes. Please start.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you, Vijay. So, good evening,
Hari, can you hear me?
Please? Yes. Okay, you are going, on and off. I'll start from my end. Okay. Thank you, Vijay, for this opportunity, and good evening, everyone. So, what we do, first of all, I will share you the link. So this is the Klaxoon link that we are going to use today, as part of our collaboration tool. Okay, so what you need to do with this link, you need to log in, right? So, and I am going to share my screen. So, and I'll tell you, how to access this. Okay. All of you can log in. I have pasted the link, Klaxoon link in the chat window. So I could see 3 members have logged in. I could see 5 members are there already. Once everybody is in, we can start. Okay, so I think all of you there, I think 6 members have logged in. All right. So if someone needs to join, you can still join using that link. So I could see 6 participants. Okay, so right, the others please join. So in the meantime, we can start, right? So I will simply tell you how to use this tool, right? So, if you are already familiar with this tool, it's absolutely okay. So for those who are not familiar with this tool, so, if you click on the left arrow, right, you will be able to move the board left and right. So, and if you are using this center, this arrow, right, so you will be able to click on certain stickies, and you can do whatever you want. And in case if you want to zoom in or zoom out, you can use the plus and minus button. So you can use this, and you can after clicking this button, left most arrow, you can navigate left or right. That is how you can access this tool, right? So, and what I have done, I have included stickies to help you out for sharing your views, right? So this collaboration, how to enhance the team collaboration, right? So most of you will be doing that, or you would have already faced some difficulties, or you would have been successful in this aspect. So let us exchange whatever I am planning today. So whatever I experienced so far, I am planning to share with you on what I did, how I did. So so similarly you can also exchange. So it is going to be a exchange of information between all of us, right? So before start the exercise, so now we are here to discuss on how to enhance the team collaboration. Before that, I want all of you to just share your views on what exactly is meant by team collaboration from your point of perspective, right? So that is the first exercise that we are going to do. So what you need to do, you need to go here, as I told you, you need to just to go here, click on the second arrow, and click on this one, right? And you will open this just click on the edit button, and you can share your views, you can share your ideas like this, and then you can click the arrow button, so your ideas will be displayed here, right? Just you need to click this one, and once again click on this button, click on the edit button, and you share your inputs, and then click on the button. That's all. So let me give you 3 minutes for this exercise, right? So, and then we can do the other activities. In case if you have difficulty in accessing the Klaxoon, or if you still want to know how to use it, please let me know. Each and every member can use one of the sticky here. Just you need to double click, and you need to click on the edit button, and you need to include your views, and then click on the arrow, right? So then you will be able to see your ideas here. With that, we can start, right? So probably I will give you 3 minutes for this exercise. You can just to move by clicking on the, in case if you are not able to see this board, you can click on this left arrow, and you can so there is nothing right or wrong, just to share your ideas. What is your idea on the team collaboration, or what is your expectation when you say it is a team collaboration? Discuss and resolve issues by discussion. Absolutely fine. Yeah, correct. Yeah, please share your views, team.
Yeah, Hari, I directly joined from mobile. I feel little challenging to interact here.
Yeah, no, you can. I think mobile version is also possible. Yes.
Yeah, I'll try.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
Or
it is possible. It's just a bit challenging. I'm also doing from mobile, but
yeah.
it's
Okay.
taking my skills to test.
I think you will be familiar. I think it is a mobile. You can also access through mobile. So, or otherwise, in case if you have difficulty, just ping me in the chat. I will copy paste your points here. Still, we have 1 more minute. Yeah. Shared understanding. Okay. Okay. So, yeah, thanks for sharing your ideas. Okay. So, when team collaboration means it is not a group of people, it is a team. That means it is the accountability is not with the single person, it is with the entire team. That's good. And discuss and resolve issues by discussion. So absolutely. So you need to enable the discussion among the team members, and by that you need to resolve the issues. So that means communication, right? Clear communication within the team. Yeah, both are same. Owning together,
Uh,
right? Yes.
if you allow me, I'll share an example at the end of the session. What I mean by that,
Yes, yes, definitely,
example.
definitely. Yeah. So you can a team is a collaborative set, if people who come together for a common purpose. Yes, that means the goals, you need to have a common goals, and they will be working for a common goal, shared understanding. Yeah, all your points are valid. Oh yeah, please go ahead. You wanted to share something, please go ahead.
So actually, when I started working as a Scrum Master for new company, I worked for BMO, Bank of Montreal, in Canada, Toronto.
Okay.
So we at point had a situation that team is idling and don't have a lot of work.
Mhm.
So what we started is doing cross trainings. There was a bit of resistance for that cross training initially that probably most of us have faced. If
Right.
we ask him to do transition from one phase to another, there is a bit of resistance. It's just that how do you communicate and how do you explain the importance? It's not that they don't want to do it, it's just there is a hesitation. uh, so we did some cross training between the team, CS, I mean the services team working on front end uh, component, or front end developer working on automation, like on the QA side. So
Okay.
people actually, what we have seen is people actually had some previous experiences in those fields. Not everybody, but some of them. And the issues that we were not able to resolve with I mean without accessing the external help,
Mhm.
those we uh, I mean we didn't really solve it, but we got to know that if we could have done this before, we could have solved those issues within the team. We did not have to ask the help for the external help.
Okay.
So if the collaboration would have been done sooner, which I mean lessons learned, uh, we could have saved some time asking the help from the external team members, and then there is a dependency, and he will or she will only help when that person has a bandwidth,
Right.
right? So things can be avoided.
Yeah, absolutely. Right. Thank you. Thank you, Paresh, for sharing your views. Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah. So what I'm going to do, I am going to ask you my next question. Right. So what you need to do, you also need to, move, to the right side, drag, you will be able to see the next board. So, though we are going to discuss, we discussed about the team collaboration. What is your understanding on the team collaboration, right? So how do you think that we can enhance the team collaboration, or what are the things that you think are essential to enhance, or to increase the team collaboration? So basically, now I would like to understand from your experiences, right? So similarly, what you have done, the same exercise you can do for 5 minutes, right? So how did you, enhance the team collaboration in your team, or what are your thought process, right? So through which, the collaboration will be more successful, right? So once again, I put some 4 minutes for this activity, right? So let us do that, and then we will discuss, and then we'll move further.
I just see a screen that says timeout. How do I?
No. I think, I'm in the next board. You are seeing, right?
So I should click. You put
you
another
can
link.
refresh. You can refresh. No, the same link. You can refresh, and you can just move. So you see my screen like that. If you move from your previous screen, to the left,
Okay.
you will be able to see the next, board. So I think, there is already some members who are sharing their reviews. It is, sharing of information between all of us. Sometimes, whatever that is working for me may not work for you. Sometimes we need to experiment, different things. So probably I will share with you one example or one tool which, I felt, I am successful. So are you able to access now?
Yeah.
Okay. We have 2 more minutes. So whatever you think, is working for you, or whatever you think is right, you just share, it need not be perfect. And let us discuss. There are only 2 contributions so far. I think the others are, typing, I believe. Okay. All right. So the time is up. So thanks for sharing your views. So create a trustworthy environment within the team. Yeah, that is absolutely fine. So when you want to create, the collaboration cannot happen unless and until it is vulnerable, right? So so for that, the base is trust, right? Even in the later example also I have included trust is the base for everyone. So how do you create trust? If you are able to create successfully the trust among the team members, that is going to be the the base and important thing, right? That is absolutely fine. And provide a platform for team for discussion, right? So basically in the teams, earlier, that heroic culture was, was appreciated and encouraged, right? When it comes to the team collaboration, so we need to move out of this heroic culture, and we need to give, the platform to everyone to speak, so that, everybody will be able to share. Otherwise, if only one member is recognized, or if only one particular people is speaking, so the others, they will not be contributing more. That's the absolutely fine. And pairing smaller groups. Okay. I don't know what it is, probably those who shared, you can
I
white
I
out.
can talk about it
Yeah,
once you
please,
go
please.
through rest of the stickers.
Right. Okay. Team bonding activities absolutely fine. Yeah, that is needed. Team bonding activities that you can do right from the beginning. Right. So absolutely. So and encourage a team to speak up. Yes. Yes. So we need to see how the team is. In case if certain members are not speaking, even we need to make them speak up. We need to encourage them. So that's a valid point. And this is also one. So how the team, they will not be opening and they will not be sharing anything unless and until they feel they are psychologically safety within the team, right? So that is one important point. Yeah, absolutely, I can agree with that, right? All these points are valid, right? So Paresh, you can go ahead. So pairing smaller groups, what does it mean from you?
So what I have experienced, and this is not an ideal situation, I understand, but every organization has their own way of doing agile. So in my team, it's bit large team. It's like 24 people in the team, in one team. So it was meant to divide into three teams, but for some organizational challenges or restrictions, we couldn't do that. So
Okay.
what I've seen in the past is like when I joined the company and when we started doing the Scrum cadences, lot of team members who are really good developers, testers,
Hmm.
UX, front end, whatever, they were not speaking up. They were quiet.
Right.
Probably they
Right.
were in every team. There are some introvert and extrovert people, right? So all the
Absolutely.
time, what we have seen is extrovert people talking all the time, and then though there are some good ideas, the introvert people are not talking. So what we thought of doing is. Um, Not the ceremony as such, but the icebreaker sessions. Do it in a
Absolutely.
smaller
Mm.
group, and where we pair extrovert and introvert people together
Mm.
and slowly start making them speak up. So that way we saw that there is an increase in team collaboration.
Right, right. That's fine. Thanks for sharing, Paris. Absolutely. So these icebreakers, right? So that is very important, right? So with the people who are not speaking. So one example from my end is, when I was with the previous company. So mostly, I encourage the Scrum Masters to come up with a different icebreakers for each and every activity, right? So that was, given as a activity for them, and some of them found very good creative icebreakers. So even the counterparts, our counterparts were very happy when they do it. Usually when they do the retrospective or something, so always they start with icebreakers, right? So that is one good way. And many activity, they also started doing many activities as part of their team activity. That also created more eagerness from the counterparts and the team on what they are going to do each and every time. So absolutely, this is one good point. So let us see, let us move further. Thanks,
Yeah, but
Julie.
Hari, half
Yeah.
my thing didn't come on your board at all. So
What did you write? I don't see anything here.
exactly, but so I put it on the pink board, and then do I need to post it?
You put it in the pink board. Okay. Okay. Let me.
Then I was trying to move it all around the place. See in the corner here, this one.
No problem. I can do that. Okay. So I will do it.
So we need to post it, is it? How?
Oh, okay. No, you don't need to post. Okay. Anyway, don't bother. Don't bother about it. I could see there are more posts here. Right. I can move it here. So since you are doing it for the first time, sometimes it is confusing. But
No, it's just like the mural board, right?
Yeah,
the name is
like
different.
mural. Yeah, it is absolutely.
There are so many things. We have it in for retros. We have this kind of board.
Right. No problem. Okay. Anyhow, it is there. All your items are here. Okay, effective communication. Yes, yeah, we need to have effective communication and open communication. That is absolutely fine. Support your team in all aspects. At the same time, don't encourage laziness or slack. Absolutely.
Yeah, because you know what, in the wake of this remote thing, like people, okay, if they can shirk and go disappear for 3-4 hours and all, they'll do it. And they say,
Correct.
Because not everybody has that thing, right? And I can understand sometimes you have an emergency and this and that. But so that's the thing. Like, I mean, just because don't mistake kindness for weakness, like, because in the wake of remote, it becomes very hard. You don't know where the person is. There's a lot of ways to show that you're online. You can be tethering somewhere in a football match. Like,
correct.
It's like, it's hard. Yeah. So you have to be a little like this at the same time. Because you have responsibility, right? And at the end of the time, the work doesn't get done. So somebody should be like responsible for that. It's not that everybody is there for a party.
Yeah, absolutely. Correct. So, right. And make the team feel good, be selfless and empathetic. Empathy. Yeah, that is much more important. Training the team on Agile, being honest, trusting, help your team members. Okay. So irrespective of whether you are Agile or not, the team collaboration is important, whether it is for the Agile project or non-Agile project. So this, team collaboration is much more important, right? So as most of the points, right, you are correct.
No, but Agile is also important, Hari, because I realized that, that when you do the daily stand-ups, if they're not trained, they say, why should we meet daily? Like, why are you like, they think we are policing them. Okay, give, just the stand-ups. Okay, what you did today, what you plan to do tomorrow. Like you feel, why like so much control? So when you're trained, you know that, you need to pick up your own tasks. So it's basically, whereas you get someone from the street, okay, you must have done SDLC for a long time. But then they're so used to give their estimate and then, say 5 days estimate, last day start working, the whole mindset is different. Here is different. You're there every day. It's quite stressful actually. The thing of, okay, you are QA, you are developer. I think Paresh or somebody said, oh, we try to cross-train them. Like at the end of the day, if I'm a developer, I'm a QA, it's very stressful.
Right.
And then you need to have that balance in your life where you're working 6-7 hours, you have a break. Whereas if you're doing everything, first of all, it's like, what do you call it? Like one person doing everything is not recommended because then you cannot see the different set of eyes, right? And then so you have to ensure that your team is not burning out and say, okay, now keep doing. No, like it's like it has to have a balance.
Yeah. Thank you. Yeah, that's fine. So I think Sri Ganesh has raised his hand. You can share your views, Sri Ganesh.
Yeah, Hari. Yeah, thank you. I think I really appreciate you and the team trying to share excellent points. See, my observation, Hari, is like in some of our very complex, large agile transformations, you take any individual, top down or bottom up, senior most leader to the junior most team members. I have not come across any individual who knows more than 25% of the agile transformation. You take any expert. So there is nobody can claim like, I know more than 25%. Too openly they may not share. So unless otherwise, if you look at the architecture, UI, domain, technology, testing, all those things. So unless otherwise we have a close collaboration, it is difficult to move forward have you also come across similar situation, Hari?
Yeah, very good point. Basically, what happens, right, in the organization, most of the organization, those who are driving that agile transformation, right, they will be taking care of all those activities. But you need to work with multiple departments or multiple, with sections, right, where you need to get the buy-in from them. Mostly, they will be asking question. They will not be, in a position to understand the pain points, and they are not in a position in most of the cases to support the transformation activities. Instead, if the transformation is driven from the other people, right, so basically they will be questioning, and they always try to understand or try to get the benefits immediately within 3 months or 4 months, right. So that is what I have seen in many of my earlier experiences. If there is a good buy-in from the other members, right, other leaders, so probably we would have been much more successful. And I think this is the universal truth with most of the agile coaches, or most of the transformation activities. Yeah.
Agreed. Sure. Thanks, Hari. Agreed.
Yeah, thank you. So let's quickly move to the next one. So now, whatever that you shared already, so I am going to share with you, right? So I think most of the information that you share, clear goals, right? You need to have a clear goals. Unless and until you have a clear goal, you will not be able to enhance the team collaboration. And I think many of you has shared clear communication. So this communication, not only clear communication, but also it is a bi-directional communication. So it should be a communication within the team, right? So that communication should happen, that clear, precise communication. If it happens, that is also a good pointer for a team collaboration. And openness, right? So we need to be open and transparent, right? So unless and until we show the transparency, so we will not be able to create that trust within the team. That is also important. Distributed responsibility. The responsibility should not be restricted only with a few members. So it should be the distributed responsibility within the team, right? And someone already told psychological safety, right? I think it is Idris, right? Psychological safety. So the team will be able to collaborate, and they will be able to share with you transparently, right? Only if they feel that they are psychologically safety, right? So whatever information that they exchange, it is not going to backfire, right? So only if, in that case, they will be able to share openly with the team, right? So that's you already shared. And everyone is heard, so we should give an opportunity to everyone, right? And everyone, whatever that they are sharing, that should be heard, right? This also you already shared. And the team building games, right? This is also shared by you. So we need to create different types of team building activities to enhance the team's morale, and to create much more collaboration. And more than that, sharing knowledge. So the knowledge sharing should not be restricted with very few. So there should be a common knowledge sharing, and that we should encourage that, right? And creating trust. As I told you, this trust plays a major role, right? So unless and until you create a trust among the team members, so they will be there will be a fear of failure, or there will be a fear of opening up, right? So that is much more important. So how you create trust, what are the modes that you use to create a trust within the team, that is much more important. And encourage celebrations. So always we need to encourage celebration. So before some of you joining the team, Vijay and other member, they were I think it is Margaret, I think. So they were exchanging information. Now in order to bring back the employees from home to office also, they are encouraging by giving some coupons or something at office, by sponsoring lunch or something, right? So whenever you have, you know, a small victory also, you need to encourage, you know, those celebrations. So this will give, you know, very good effect, right? And meeting out of the office. So when I say meeting out of the office, you know, so you can always, you know, plan for outing or something, right? So it need not be expensive, even it can be a very smaller thing, but these are the things which can definitely help in enhancing the team morale. All right. So the list is not only limited to whatever is shared here. So there are many points, you know, through which you can increase the team collaboration. But, you know, these are the pointers which I felt, you know, it is essential. So, and I experienced most of the thing, right? So, for example, when I say meeting out of the office, what we used to do once in a while, you know, we take the team out, you know, so to the coffee shop or, you know, you know, juice shop, and we share the, you know, some juice, coffee, and you know, some snacks. So it is not going to be expensive, but it is a type of forum where you can also create, you know, mutual trust among the team members, right? Sometimes, you know, some of the scrum masters, they do the retrospective, you know, very creatively. So they don't do it in within the room, so they do it, you know, in cafeteria, or, you know, sometimes, you know, they go elsewhere and do it. You know, I have also seen something like that, you know, with my teams. So that was also successful. So not putting more, you know, process into that, right? So those were successful things. So what I initially I thought of, you know, asking your, you know, feedbacks, you know, I think, you know, most of the points were already shared. So, you know, we can move ahead. So still, you know, if you want to share something, you can go ahead and share. Okay, so let me go move next. So as I told you, most of you are aware, right? So this I do not put legend. Somebody put as here as a legend. Okay, so I don't know what it is. Okay, let it be. Okay, this 5 dysfunctions, right? So you would have read about the 5 dysfunctions from Patrick Lencioni, right? So trust, as I told you, trust, you know, this is the first thing, right? So if you want to enhance the team collaboration, so you need to work on the trust, you know, that will have a effect, you know, direct or indirect effect with the conflicts, and that also there is a connection with commitment, accountability, and results. But mostly if you are, you know, able to bring that trust through the transparency, right? So you will be able to remove the dysfunctions from the team. So so it is not, you know, directly or indirectly, you know, it is aligned with all the other 4 dysfunctions, right? So definitely you will be able to remove all those dysfunction when you are, you know, creating more trust, right? So, and ultimately you will be able to remove the dysfunctions. When you are able to remove the other dysfunctions from the team, basically, you know, that leads to good collaboration, right? So I could see some small stickies here. So I think, you know, it is written for our earlier exercise, right? So one thing I did, you know, we are also going to do now a small exercise, right? So how many of you aware are on the personal mapping exercise?
No, Hari. This first time I'm seeing.
Okay. So what about others? Okay. Yes. No.
I'm thinking what all I can copy from you today.
No, it's you know, you can do that.
Personal,
you know. So objective. Yeah.
No. So I don't know. Maybe once you, maybe it has a different name. You've done the same thing, but not the name.
Yeah.
Maybe something different, but, you know, you never know. Yeah, please go ahead.
Right. So this is one thing, you know, I did for the team collaboration, and I felt, you know, I am successful in this. So this is nothing new. So it is one of the concept from the management 3.0, right? So basically, when we most of us know our friends and or, you know, our colleagues, on what are their technical contributions, where they are good in their technical contributions. But if we ask about personally, we do not know. So where they are good at, where they are gelling well, sometimes they may be a good musician, they will have some extraordinary skills, but most of us are not aware, because we restrict ourselves only with our professional things, right? So not going beyond that, right? So when we go, mingle with them, when we gel with them, that also creates a great collaboration. And I have seen many people, many members who were happy when we did this exercise, right? So I will tell you how to do this exercise. Probably you can try it out in your teams. Basically, this personal mapping is a small exercise where you can take a piece of paper, right, A4 sheet or A3 sheet of paper, and you can write the name if you want to understand about a particular member of your team. So you can take his name, right? So during your team meeting, or when you are having a team bonding connects or something like that, or when you are exclusively connecting to know about your team members better, this exercise you can do. So you can take the A4 size of paper, and you can write the name, and you need to ask different questions, right? So what about your family, what about your friends, right? So what values that they believe, what are their goals, right? So what they are good at, apart from their technical activity. Anyhow, you are very well aware about their technical skills. So where are they from, right? What about their education, right? What about their work? So this is just a sample. No, it is just in order to show you, I picked something from the Google, right? So you need not restrict only with this, right? You can do it on your own creativity. What are their hobbies, right? So you can ask n number of questions, and you can put all those information like this, right? And then you can present it. Otherwise, what I have done, from my side, so when I want to introduce some new members from my team, right? So what I usually do, I ask them to present their personal map this way. So other way of doing from their end is they can put their name, right? So like this, they can put all their activities, family, where they are good at, where they got prizes, and whatever they want, they can include what is their positive, what are their strengths, what are their weaknesses, right? So this way, right? So we are able to understand from them what are their likings, what they dislike, etc., right? So that gives a clear perspective about the team members, right? And you can use tools, other tools, like probably I can. So the best tool that you can use is the paper, right? Otherwise, if you are doing through remote, you can use mind mapping, that link or something, or it will be very helpful. So when I asked my scrum masters to do this exercise, so we came to know that some members were good in embroidery, somebody was good in tailoring, somebody was good in sports, one of the member was running an NGO, right? So that we were not aware. So most of them were happy, actually, sharing that, because nobody has asked these things apart from that job role, right? So this will create clear transparency, and it will create trust. Yeah, in almost in most of the cases, they were happy to exchange these things. Sometimes people will not be exchanging. That is where, as a leader, you need to encourage them to share these ideas, right? So this is one good exercise. Not you can use it as part of introducing the member, or for the team collaboration, or when you are giving any presentation. Before that, instead of just traditionally going, how many years of experience you have, what is the technology using, you can take 2 or 3 minutes, and you can share much more about the team member. So whenever I happen to introduce myself, I moved away from the traditional thing, like, so I put something about my family, what I like, what I dislike, right? And then I include about my profession in a few words. So this gives a good perspective, and people will be enjoying, right? So this is what is my experience so far. So you can also try it out. Of course, it is going to be very helpful to all of you. So sometimes, in case if you don't have time, you can also do this as part of your retrospection, right? So or it can be used as an icebreaker also, right? So one of my scrum master used to do it every week before the retrospection. So she used to ask each and one member to present their personal map for 10 minutes, right? So like this they did. So if you are doing with full interest, so at least 30 to 45 minutes it will take for say one person. So but you can customize and you can minimize. So this is the one tool which can definitely bring more team collaboration, right? So I request all of you to try it out, right? So and you can see the advantages of using it. Yeah, Jiva, you raised your hand.
Hari, this is really nice. My question is, how do you conduct this? Like, is it one-to-one, or is it when do they prepare the?
No, it is mostly for the team, right? So because when I am doing one-to-one, so that is between one-on-one, right? So like I said, what I ask, sometimes I ask the members to present during the team meeting. So assume that you have joined new to our team, right? And you are about to introduce yourself. So I ask you to prepare your personal map and you present it. Instead of sharing the normal thing, they will be presenting something like this, right? They will be, so some people, what they do, they put some pictures, the trekking that they went, the picnic they went, the family pictures. They put the pictures and they give highlights, right? So like this you can introduce. And during the team connect and all, you will be having, right, some team connects exclusively to bring more team bonding. There you can use this exercise, right? You can, in the one team meeting, you can put some agenda. See, if it is 1 hour, you can put 30 minutes for this exercise, where you can ask two of their team members to present it, right? So 15 minutes you can give it to one person, 15 minutes you can give it to other person. Even when other person they are presenting, you need to ask more questions to them, and you need to understand more about them. That creates more curiosity, right?
No, really nice,
yeah.
Hari. Sorry to interrupt. One question, like, so we give the template offline. They have to come prepared, correct?
So there is no hard and fast rule. It is based on your nature of the meeting or the connect. You can customize. Sometimes you can ask them to do it. Sometimes you yourself, you can be a facilitator between the team meeting, and you can do it. You can ask several questions and you can prepare. When you are doing physically, right, you can
Right.
you can gather around in a room, and you can ask the team member on the different parameters, and you can do it like this, and you can present it. There are several ways of doing it. So basically what you need to understand is you need to create collaboration through different questions, and you need to make them happy, and you need to make them understand about your colleague. That is the crux here.
Absolutely agree with you, Hari. This is really nice. Thank you.
Yeah. Any questions, team? So
we
this
have,
is
we have Srinagesh sir, superhero, my guru.
yeah. Please go ahead. Yeah, please share.
Sure, very good. Absolutely, I think this really makes sense.
Yeah.
So whatever in a way a team member shareable, whatever the team member is very proud of,
Right.
sharing the achievements, and then so that if you wanted to know more about me, what is not there in my biodata, what you don't know anything about me in general, so that you can share, so that other members can be proud of, and they also may wanted to do similar things, and they will also achieve something. It's really very interesting, Hari.
Right. So one thing, yeah, thanks for sharing your views, Srinagesh. So other thing, what you can do, so I'm just giving you pointers, right? You can execute in the way you like. So other way, if you want to do for a large group, or someone said you want to do it with a smaller group, right? So you can also do something like this. What I do sometimes, when I am connecting with a few of the members, and if I want them to understand about them within a short period of time, right? So when you do this personal mapping exercise, you need to devote some time. So you cannot complete that activity within 10 minutes or 15 minutes. So if you want to do it, for a particular member, you can devote some 30 minutes or something like that, 15 to 30 minutes, based on, how they are preparing and presenting, right? But when you are doing a small exercise within a team, what you can do is, you can do, you can also put their name. So you can ask them to, put their hometown, favorite player, so favorite food, strength and weakness. Instead of writing what I do, so this, small, within a small group, when we have only 10 minutes of time is allocated for this activity, where they need to know each other better. What I ask, so after putting their names, I ask them to go to Google, right? For example, I will also show you. So go to Google, and I put my name, name of the place, right? And you will be able to see the pictures, right? So what I will do, I will just simply copy that, right? Copy that, and simply I will be pasting that. So now you can see I put my hometown, and I put similarly I put by players, right? So whoever is my favorite player, for example, right? So I copy, and I paste it, and I ask them to speak about it, right? So like this, this is a short way of doing this exercise for a smaller group of people within 5 to 10 minutes. Like this, you can also paste the favorite food on the strength and weakness. So creatively, they will be able to see the different things from them, right? Instead of normally exchanging their views. So this is another type of exercise, which I was successful in doing it. And in fact, I thought of doing this exercise with all of us, but I could see that it is 8:26 already, right? So you can also do this exercise with your team, right? So this is another way of creating or knowing about your team better. So I put some small for 4 to 5 information, but you can put n number of information that you are planning to do. So this is another way of doing it when you are doing through remote, right? So you can, if you are using MS Office, you can use whiteboard, right? So similarly, you can use other collaborative tools, whatever that you use in your company, right? So that you can definitely use, and you can get the benefits out of it. So, and I think there are other. So Margaret has shared. She is doing the project portfolio meeting, so everyone brings their hidden talents. Okay, that's good. That's great. That's great. Yeah. So this is what I wanted to share at the higher level. And if you want to use some tools or something, so basically you can simply use the piece of paper. But still, if you want to use the tool, you can use the mind mapping tool or other tools to put more information to it. So this also I experimented. It was working good. So that also you can try from your end. So it is a good exercise. Please take it to your team and try it out. Definitely, you will be happy. Even I wanted to do it with the leadership team, but unfortunately I was unable to do it. Right. So one of your team meeting, if you want to introduce some leader or something, you ask them to present like this, and I think the type of feedback that you are getting from your teams will be amazing, right? So that's what I wanted to share with all of you today. If you have any points, you can ask. If you have any questions, you can ask me, and you can also share your views.
This is really great, Hari, because easy to talk in the weekends. Monday, the heat starts.
Yeah.
Implement it's really tough. Yeah, really nice. Thank you, Hari. Thanks for that.
Right. Yeah. Thanks, Jiva. Yeah. So, any other views, team, or how you are doing different exercise in your team for bringing the transparency among the team? What are your views?
So few techniques quickly. What I learned is what we experimented is tag your colleague during daily Scrum calls. Like people just call the other person rather Scrum Master calling each name. This is one simple technique that helps. And also we use a lot of reactions like when people are not able to talk, they just put claps or thumbs up. I used to tell the freshers, like, don't worry, just click on it. Then I see a lot of claps nowadays. Like it's like jumping.
Absolutely.
And I also try the poll in the common chat. Like I have one project chat where I initiate some random polls. Suppose given I copied from the Zoom, I think Zoom, some good numbers. Like, would you like to time travel to the past, future, or I'm good where I am? Like some polls I randomly initiate. People just respond. So looking at the response, I see like out of 50, some 20 responses. So people are active. So polls and but these areas probably I have to improve. I have to learn this.
Absolutely, I think it is
Thank
a good
you.
learning.
Pause here. Yeah.
Okay, no, if you don't have any other points, then we can close this meeting. So hope you got at least one tool to use within your team. So please use it and share your feedback on how it was helpful to you, right? And thank you so much for joining. So with this we can conclude the meeting. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, Harry.
Thank you.
Thanks a lot. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Harry. Again, see you again.
Thank
Bye-bye.
you.
Thank
See you again.
Good
Bye-bye.
to see you here. Bye, sir.
Yes. Yeah. Bye.
You reminded
Jiva.
us